What's up? How's it going? I'm Enrique, otherwise known as the Sketch Monster. That's my pen name. This is Easy Things to Draw. Hopefully you guys are having a really awesome day. I am. I'm having a really good day. If you like this format, because this is the first time I'm trying this format, please tell me in the comments. I want to hear it. I want to know your thoughts. I do like this format a lot where I'm talking beforehand. Today we're going to go over how to draw the squids from Splatoon. Splatoon is absolutely one of my favorite games ever. I was fanatical about this game for like 4 months. It's crazy obsession. It was disturbing. And now this is what came from it. This is that video that came from it. So this is how to draw the squid from Splatoon. I'm going to be inking it as well. So what we're going to need for this, we're going to need a pencil. We're going to need a brush pen. You can use a regular pen if you want, and just regular pens. The brush pen I'm using is Japanese, but you don't really need that. You can use a regular Micron. It's just the fact that it's a brush tip. It doesn't really matter though. The only thing different is with the brush tip. You'll get a little bit more variety in line, but you can definitely do it with a regular fountain pen. If you guys like learning to draw, you like art tutorials, I'm going to be posting them every weekday as of right now. I'm going to be posting different topics, different cartoon characters. If you ever wanted to learn to draw different cartoon characters, if you ever wanted to draw like portraits, if you want to draw like backgrounds, perspective, all those topics, please press the subscribe button and don't forget to tick that little bell icon because that kind of gives you the notification that it came in. So pretty much it. Let's get into the drawing. You can pause the drawing at any point just if you're following along. So let's start.
So starting off the title sequence here. Splatoon Squid. Maybe if actually this video gets enough hits or likes, I might do the other characters from Splatoon, like the humanoid ones. I forgot everybody's name, to be honest, on those characters. Even though I was obsessed with the gameplay. Starting out really light, extremely light, with pencil, and I'm kind of just like tracing it. Like it's like a light trace. How do you say this? Using paint pencil to vaguely place the squid. Yeah, I want to vaguely place it. I've talked about it. It's called ghosting it. So I kind of want to like really light line. And what I'm doing with this is I'm going over the kind of particular lines that I started with. And this is a brush pen. I've talked about it. The brush pen, I bought this at Kiyokuniya. It's a store in LA. I know they have a few of them, and it's a Japanese store. But I'm going in here to the round part of the eye. See, starting with a brush pen. Normally I wouldn't put these stupid annotations, but this is a record over. I'm recording over an older video, like audio. Before it was just music. Now I want to actually talk about it. So that's why I had these like this little descriptions of what was going on. So the eyeballs, you got to think with this design, the squids are really, really simplistic. They look like they're made out of Play-Doh. So everything is made of extremely simple shapes to the max. For example, the eyes are pretty much eggs. Squid is generally simple shape. So I'm confident with my pen brush. That's true too. I'm extremely confident right here because, like I said, it's a really, like the annotation said, they are simple shapes. Sometimes they're more deceptively simple. Like if you draw SpongeBob like from your head, it's gonna look weird probably, unless you're really good at that already. Because the shapes, they seem easy, and you're like, oh, I could draw like that. But then when you try it, you're like, oh man, maybe I can't. You know, the simplicity is kind of a mark of design. You know, you're trying to simplify forms to a certain point. And so when something's off, it looks really off. If you ever look at, let's say like, I don't know if you've ever gone to Tijuana, or if you look at bootleg toys, they look weird. Like I've seen like Pikachu stuff, and you think it's a very simplistic design, but it's like, what is this? Like Pikachu looks bizarre. You know, there's just something wrong with it. The eyes are too far away, or the mouth is placed in a strange area. Ignore that annotation, guys. Ignore that thing. I was just like back when forget that. The bottom of the main channel. Going over here with the shadows, I'm going into the simple shapes of the kind of tendrils. And I'm taking it pretty slow. This brush pen, and like I said, I would recommend maybe the Pigma brush from Micron. That would be pretty easy to get. This brush was alright. It was pretty good. I used it for a while. I actually found it lately and it was completely dead. It dried out or something. I left it open. I'm going near the middle tendrils. Kind of the long on the side and the like short on the inside. Going in here again, everything... Excuse me, I yawned. Everything is really... Like, if you see that little... like, even the tendrils, they look like round. Very round forms. It looks like a... I don't know, like an egg in a sock or something. Or a balloon. Going in here with the other side of the shadow pattern. The shadow pattern is very simple. It's where you know, lights coming from above. Very Shading 101. If you haven't seen the Shading 101 series, watch that. I'll link it below. And this is simplistic shading too. We're talking about shading with ink, so it is much simpler. Squiggly, like, you know, like in the water to show it's in the, or not really, these guys aren't really in the water, they jump out of like paint, but maybe like that's just kind of like he's jumping out of the paint. I am so excited for Splatoon 2, by the way. I guess I'm gonna have to buy a Switch. Toying with where the place darks. Exactly, I'm kind of figuring out where the dark's gonna be placed, but it's all pretty easy when something is this simple. Usually when you get with these crazy mechs and complex stuff like that, there's just more work. It is hard, but it's, you know, it could still be simple if you know what's going on. Between the eyes. Putting a thicker line between the eyes. And as you see, like, the whole outer shape is pretty much done at this point. Now it's kind of going in and really kind of pulling out form. Like, for example, the middle part of his head, there's a simple form there, and I just throw like a thinnish line to kind of express that form, that what kind of shape is it making as it turns the corner. Whoa! Going over here with the eye area. More little, you know, like blurby things, whatever. I'm expressing it with dark. I mean, you know, essentially it's like a squid shooting ink. Anybody play this game, by the way? I don't want to be rambling about this. I mean, you wouldn't be watching this probably if you didn't play this game, but please give me something. Say it in the comments if you play this game. And what level did you get to? Because I got all the way to level 50. Taking care of the ear side. Yeah, the far side. Sorry, I can't read it. I can't. Oh, how did I misread that? Darks around the eyes. Again, looking for that focal point, and it is going to be around the eyes, usually, on almost anything. It's going to be the eyes. Not always, but usually, if it has eyes. And a lot of this is kind of slow, not just for the viewer. A lot of this is, like, I'm like careful. Have you noticed, like, I'm moving my hand very carefully. I'm pulling back a little bit, thinking, putting it down. Moving back, thinking, putting it down. It's very different because I didn't have much of a pencil to follow. Honestly, I did it a little bit, but big proportion. But because I don't have like every detail out there in pencil, I have to, like, you know, look back, like, am I doing this right? Because it's not ink, and that's pretty much permanent. Going around the corner again. He's got, like, almost looks like a Darth Vader hat in a way. Almost. Trying to make ink look random. What does that mean, man? I'm talking to myself. Trying to make the ink look random? In what way? Well, I was going to say, I think I know what it means now. And this is why I'm, like, defining my own stuff. The random edges, for when I'm pulling these little lines to make a shadow pattern, I don't want them to look exactly like one like the other, like a robot did it. Not that I probably could, but I want to make them look a little more randomized. Like these little lines I'm pulling, see? I mean, some places I'm just filling in dark, and that's just what that is. Pulling in little lines here and there. You know, just kind of like it's pulling, you know, the word finesse comes up a lot. I say that word a bunch. Kind of like the way I say, you know. Have I said that lately? Because I say that way too much. Alright then, that's pretty much the end of it. Squidoo jumping out the water. I guess it's a little bit more. Sorry if I'm being annoying, by the way. I'm just really, for whatever reason, in a really good mood. Pulling up there again. Again, just kind of fixing the line, refining the design. Haha, wink. That's my sight. Pulling in more.
Anyways, hope you guys liked the video. I want to thank you for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. If you guys want your drawings critiqued, I will critique them on my Patreon page. I will be critiquing drawings and kind of teaching you, and I have different tiers. Go check the Patreon out. I have a lot of different stuff on there. Don't forget to subscribe right here in this area. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll talk to you next time.